In this week's parsha, we have where Ishmael is sent away from Hagar and Ishmael are sent away, and it's not an easy decision for Abraham. He doesn't want to do it, but Sarah says you have to send him away. He's no good. So the question is, what was Ishmael doing that made him so problematic that Sarah wanted him to be sent away? What was the big thing? Now we know that Hagar was misbehaving to Sarah, which was one bad thing. But another thing is, remember something. Ishmael was the firstborn. Okay, he was born 13 years before Yitzhak. And this is going to be a big play. And he was doing things like lording it over. Oh yeah, you think you're something, but I was the firstborn. He thought that he just inherited, and he didn't do anything that would make him entitled to receive the leadership. He thought just because he was born, he could be the leader. Important lesson to us. Just because you think you're entitled to something doesn't mean you deserve it. Leadership, be good, Glenn. Behave yourself. No, it's just basically a fact that if you ever look at the great leaders, they earned their position. They didn't start off assuming that they had the right to be leaders. A classic example would be the difference between, say, Andrew Jackson and John Quincy Adams. John Quincy Adams was born in American royalty. His father had been president. He had been trained from an early age to be president. He could speak at least 7 languages fluently. He was probably one of the smartest men ever to be president. But he always assumed that he was entitled to that position. And Andrew Jackson, on the other hand, had a much different life. He grew up poor. He didn't go to school. We think he may have spent 1 or 2 days in school, but that was about it. Nobody knows. And yet he became a very successful lawyer, as well as a president who was a real leader. Listen, I'm not, if you were bright, you'd be a doctor. And if you could stand the side of blood, you wouldn't be an accountant either. No, but all joking aside, if you look at the difference between the two men, one assumed that he would be that he deserved to be president, and was shocked when he was rejected. By the way, the slogan of Andrew Jackson's campaign in 1828 was, "Adams can write, but Jackson can fight." In other words, he's a leader who will lead us. So the same thing. Ishmael thought, I'm going to take over the leadership of the family because that's the way it is. He didn't do anything to deserve it. Whereas Yitzhak spent time learning what he had to do to be a leader of the family. And that's something important for us. To be a leader, you have to do things to deserve. You have to earn it. You're just not going to get it just because you were born to a certain family. Something to think.